So you feel like Pierre Poilievre is the right man to really step in there and make a change?
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's none of this wishy-washy stuff. He's got a plan.
Yeah.
He's not robbing somebody else of their plan. He's got his own plans.
What do you guys have to say to Carney?
Go home.
Yeah, go back to England. You know, when was the last time he lived in Canada? Okay. Why is England overran and their economy's in the shits? Because it was 10 years he was over there and doing all that with Brexit. So if he can't, you got to look at the example. Look what he's done.
Look at the MPs over there. They're all calling him all like, what are you doing with Canada?
Yeah. If you ask somebody in the English in England in the government there whether Carney was any good, they're going to tell you no. You stay away.
What makes you so excited to see a Pierre Poilievre step in there?
I just want the changes. I want the changes. I want it for my grandkids.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to have a house, to have a life.
I don't believe the polls. I think they're mostly bought off by left-leaning media. The only poll that really matters is the one on April 28th.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, aujourd'hui, we are in Windsor, Ontario. All I gotta say is the drive was not fun. Like, holy Windsor, why are you so far? But hey, listen though, as we all know, Windsor is a border city. Windsor is actually the automotive capital of Canada. And poor Windsor, as we all know, their neighbor is Detroit, Michigan. So I'm pretty sure a lot of fishy stuff happens in the area. Hey, listen, I don't know that much, but the last time I was here, it was pretty fishy. I didn't know I had supporters all the way in Windsor, which is insane. So to all my people that live in Windsor, shout out to you guys. Just to let y'all know, this is not gonna be like my typical video, as you guys can tell. So this video is more like a vlog / interview and documentary style, if that makes sense. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video I put together. Anyways, enough with the yapping. Madame et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, comme je dis toujours, this is one of many political videos I'll be dropping on my channel until the end of 2025. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you like this video and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel to grow a lot.
It was great, you know, to be able to stand up and tell Pierre, you know, he asked me what career I'm in, and I'm CNC machinist.
That's nice.
You know, we've been hurting lately. You know, we've had lots of layoffs. We actually had a meeting today.
Yeah.
And luckily they're saying we're not going to do any more layoffs, and I'm just hoping, you know, he can bring the work back here and we can get back to where Canada was and keep it.
And my question for you, my friend, to close it off, you know, I don't want to hold you for too long, but what makes you so excited to see Pierre Poilievre step in there? You know, let's say there's someone watching this video who doesn't know some of his policies. What would you say are his top policies that attract you? Hey, you know, there's a difference between the liberals and conservative. He's mentioning something that the liberals not mentioning, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
So what would you share?
Definitely, you know, look into it, you know, with the 15% like income tax reduction, you know, like all the basic stuff, you know. The liberals have had this carbon tax for 7 years, you know, and now they're just reducing it now because the election's here. You know, you got to think this could have been done all along, you know, and people aren't just tuning it out. You know, you really need to think about this when election day comes because it's very important.
Money.
Brother.
What's up?
Brother.
You got my money?
Of course. How much you need? I only have $2 on me right now. I only have $2.
I'm good, man. I owe you.
Yeah, you owe me, huh?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing, brother, though?
Good.
You know, what do you think about the rally?
Excellent. A lot of people here. Yeah, it was quite
actually
a beautiful turnout. Yeah.
It was packed. You know, I came last minute. You know, we're late, but hey, we still made it here. That's what matters.
Yeah, did you guys get in there?
Yeah, we did, but we're like more stuck in the main entrance because that's how packed it was.
Well, I'm hoping that Canada actually sees some change because the last 9 years have been a complete disaster for our country. And I know you look young. You look maybe 20 years old. So 20 years ago, Canada did not look like it does today. Today, it's a complete disaster. It's a shame what's been done to our country. So I'm hoping, you know, we can get some change.
Would you say the Canadian dream is still alive?
The Canadian what?
The Canadian dream.
The Canadian dream only dies when the people die. So yes, of course it's still alive. As long as you have breath in your body, there's always hope. So yes, of course.
I like that. And sir, what makes you so excited? You know, clearly, you know, you're here to support Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives. What makes you so excited to see Pierre Poilievre step in there?
Well, just, you know, look, it's not necessarily Pierre, it's anybody that has a different viewpoint.
Okay.
And that hasn't been allowed for the last 9 years. It's been, if you had a different viewpoint than Mr. Trudeau, or in this case now Mr. Carney, then you were pretty much X'd out of society. And we've seen that, you know, really magnetized once, you know, during
yes.
there was only one ideology allowed and nobody's else's opinion mattered. So, yeah.
Do you feel like the freedom of speech, or even just freedom in this country is fading away?
Freedom of speech is definitely took a big hit, 100% for sure. So Canada needs to, and freedom of speech, is greater than any weapon, and that's why they're trying to diminish freedom of speech. It's like we can't even post news on Facebook. Well, what is that? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
right.
I got a couple warnings on TikTok actually for my political videos, which is me just talking to people.
Yeah, and that doesn't make sense because that is what freedom of speech is, and it's not even really political. Like, is murder really political? Like, if someone that you think is a certain group in society murders someone, is that really a political issue? Well, you just murdered someone. I mean, it's crazy what they're deeming to be a political issue, but even if it is, it should still be talked about. They should still be allowed to be talked about. We need to have discussion in order to have a democracy, and without discussion, there is no democracy. So.
Well said, sir. What's one message you have, for any first-time voters out there who are having doubts, especially, Gen Zs?
Tell the Gen Z, the Gen X, and any other Gen, if you want to buy a house, you cannot vote Mark Carney. If you want to live in a house, you can vote Mark Carney. Mark Carney is going to have you in an apartment that you will never own. You will never own anything of your own. He is controlled by the World Economic Forum, so you should probably vote for someone else who's going to allow you to actually have your Canadian dream. That's my message.
Well said, sir. What's your name, sir?
Gregory Moore.
Gregory Moore. Nice to meet you, sir. I appreciate it. You too.
You
for sure. Just write Dimani or definitely pop up. And my friend, hypothetically speaking, let's say if Pierre Poilievre was watching this video, what's one message you have for him?
Bring it home and keep Canada the way that it was before Justin Trudeau came in.
Nice meeting you, Jacob. Appreciate it.
I actually reached out to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, miss. Take care. All right.
I just want to say, I've watched a lot of your live streams. I watch all the ones where you go around and you ask if, who you voting for,
Really?
Couple of months, man. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, miss. I appreciate it. Nice meeting you guys.
I watch you all the time.
Really? You too?
All the time.
Wow.
We got the youngins, man. This is the generation. This is the future.
12, ladies and gentlemen. 12, and you?
I'm 13.
Who knows? You could be the next prime minister, or even you.
I want to be the next prime minister.
You? Say that again?
Yeah, I want to be the next prime minister.
Hey, what's one message you have for your, future self?
Lipton Rosa for PM, baby.
All right. Hey, we'll see you soon.
Should be asking for your vote too.
Hey, I'll be waiting on the street. Take care.
Doing a good job, sir.
Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, miss. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
My biggest hope and my prayer for this whole election is that deception and lies are exposed, and they've been doing that. I can't trust somebody who continues to lie to me, who is completely more interested in himself, his companies, and the World Economic Forum and China. I mean, he's not for Canada. He's for Mark Carney. So, Pierre's got some brilliant ideas, and nobody has any right to criticize him because he's got great ideas, but he hasn't been in power to actually put anything forward. So, let's vote him in, and then next time around, you can evaluate, say, yeah, well, actually, he did actually do what he said.
Yeah.
And no, I have full confidence in Pierre and his team, and he's what Canada's needed for a very long time.
The young people are the one that need this more than anybody.
Of course, that's true.
Okay, I'm over 60 years old. I have a successful business, and my life is set. I'm good.
Yeah.
No matter who gets in. But you and everybody your age has got to change this.
It's got to change this.
And the more people that you can get out to vote, because the people who are solid liberals are going to vote liberal. The people that we need are the people that never voted.
Okay. Yeah.
The people that don't go out and vote because they don't think it matters, those are the people that you need to get out to vote. And those people are from 18 to 30 because it's their future, not mine. That's what you need.
Let's say if they're watching this video, what's the message you have for them right now?
Well, it's the young people have to come and vote. It's your future. It's all about you. Everything that he's going to do will be for the future, not for today. And that's why I'm here, is because I'm telling you that the young people have to get out and vote, and they got to make a difference. Because the old people are stuck in their ways, and they're not going to change. And you can tell them because they watch the CBC, and they get all their news from there, and they don't get it from the social media like you. I watched you. I watched the pleb. I watch all this. I watch.
Thank you.
I've gone to the Rebel News stuff. What you're doing right now, if liberals get in, you won't be able to do what you're doing right now.
Really?
You'll be done.
You're my African brother then.
Seriously.
So it's just gonna take freedom away, just like that.
Yeah,
So they're dictators.
there's already a bill in place. It didn't go through because Trudeau stepped down, but it's sitting there waiting to go through, and they've told it as if it was for protecting children against. It's called the Harms Act against children. Okay, it's not for that. It's to stop you from being able to say things against the government. That's what it's for.
So freedom of speech is gonna be, no longer in this country.
Gone.
Wow, unbelievable. Hey, I'm definitely standing up now.
Yeah,
that just motivated me.
You need to investigate that more.
Yeah, I heard about it. I just wasn't too sure. I heard about it in 2024.
And you need to bring that to the people your age, because they're going to make the difference. I can support it and do what I want, but I can't make a difference. Right?
Thank you so much, sir.
Hey.
What's your name, sir?
Doug.
Doug, thank you so much for the info. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hey, another young guy. No, I love seeing the young guys here. What's your name, brother?
Marshall.
Marshall. Yes. So Marshall, come from a young guy. I know you want a picture real quick, but what do you think about the rally?
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Yes,
huh?
very fun.
Good chat.
Thank you, sir.
Good stuff.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Take a picture with us?
Of course. Hey, you can also tell us about it, for anyone out there who's not educated.
Well, I was there the day that Brock was blown up, but he lost his legs. That's the gentleman that Trudeau said, in response, veterans are asking more than Canada can give. So that's a pretty touching situation. But as a veteran, certainly, the Liberals, absolutely.
Thank you so much for your service, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Liberals in this last decade and destroying our military has been extremely, extremely tragic. So most people don't realize how bad of a situation we are in the world. A lot of people will fail to acknowledge it, but yeah. So the Conservative government, hopefully, should they get in, certainly has a plan to rebuild it and rebuild our military, and I think that's very important.
That is important. I believe.
I want to say thank you for what you do.
Thank you so much.
Because I've been watching your YouTube videos and the reach that you have with the young people and a different perspective. It's inspiring. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much, sir. What's your name?
My name, Hunter.
Hunter. Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Wow. Thank you, miss.
Take care, man.
Yeah. Once again, thank you for your service, sir. Wishing you the best. Bye-bye.
I don't believe the polls. I think they're mostly bought off by left-leaning media. The only poll that really matters is the one on April 28th, and that'll tell the story. So, hey, you know what? Kamala was pretty high in the polls, and I don't see her name on the president's door.
Plus Trump won all the swing states.
Yeah.
And they're saying that Kamala's gonna, take over those. So,
yeah.
Hey, we'll see. You're right, though. The real polls are gonna take place on April 28th. We're gonna find out.
Well, I'm not voting on April 28th because I voted 4 days ago already.
Okay.
So
okay, I see. Early vote, huh?
Get it in early. Not that my vote would have changed, but if I'm home with the flu or something on April 28th, I don't want to miss it. So get out and vote early. Get out and support Pierre and help him bring it home. And just for the record, not all boomers vote Liberal.
Hey, you guys heard it. I know the media has been bashing the boomers.
The tail end of the boomers, and we don't all vote Liberal.
Hey, the fairy tale's not true, ladies and gentlemen. You guys just heard it from a boomer. You guys just got it. Live in action, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Take care, brother.
I thought it was great, man. It was really nice to see all these people come out here. It's really good, Canadian spirit, and it gives me a lot of hope, for our future, our generations, that, maybe we can afford a good future, and, our hard work that, I know a lot of us have been doing is actually going to pay off.
Well said, brother. And I want to mention one thing, Pierre Poilievre, often, mentions about the crime. It's such a big topic in this country right now. Coming from a young guy, based off on what you have seen on social media or even experienced, maybe it's something you heard, from your friends or your family, for example. What do you think about the rising crime in this country?
I think it goes back to a lot of Justin Trudeau's policies. I think we need to take our streets back so we can have safe neighborhoods, we can raise our families, so we don't have to worry about the things we worked hard for getting taken from us by criminals and things like that. So I spent 6 months as a correctional officer here in Windsor back in 2023. I've seen it firsthand that people that have been committed violent crime are getting released on the street. We had the same people coming in and out of our detention center all the time. I think that's got to change. I think there needs to be a form of justice in this country for the victims of crimes. I've been fortunate and never had to really deal with a lot of crime personally, but I've seen it as a correctional officer, and I also spent some time working security in our healthcare systems here in Windsor, and I've seen a lot of what crime and addiction and mental health can do to people, and I think that we need policies that are going to help advocate for victims of crime, for people struggling with mental health and addiction. I think it's craziness that we got these catch and release programs that criminals are being released from jail after committing these horrible crimes, like sometimes right on the spot, like even Pierre brought up a good point about how it's too much effort to not get caught, that they're just getting caught by the police knowing that they're going to get let out right away. I think it's ridiculous. I don't think we can have a good future with policies like that, and I blame the Liberals for that 100%.
I'm gonna be honest, I got here late, but
okay.
So I'm based off what I seen, I was stuck at the entrance. I couldn't even get in. I'm gonna say maybe over 10,000.
Cool. That's awesome.
What about you? How many people do you think?
10,000. I don't know. This is my first event.
Really?
So I'm probably 10,000. I heard people inside saying between 7,000 and 10,000, over 5,000.
So this is your first rally you attended to?
Oh yeah.
What did you think about it?
It was fantastic. Seeing Polyev, I got to shake his hand, and then I got to see him get on the bus back over there.
Okay.
That was great.
That was great, huh?
Yeah. We need to get rid of the addiction problem. We need to send the people who are struggling with addiction to rehab. I mean, they need help. They don't need free drugs. They don't need a safe supply. They need help, and we need to give them help.
Well said. And hypothetically speaking, before you go, if you could change anything about this country, what would you change?
Well, the Ring of Fire in Northern Ontario is a really big missed opportunity. We need to be doing things with the resources that we have, not bringing in resources from other nations. When we have it here, we should produce it here. So, and then the other thing is oil and gas from Alberta. We sell a raw material to other countries to sell back to us as gasoline. We have refineries in Sarnia. We have refineries on the East Coast. Energy East should have been built in order to have those refineries be utilized with Canadian goods in order to be able to sell a finished product to other nations. I think that would have fixed some problems that we have.
Everything is, I hate to say this, but everything's gone to shit.
Okay. Which is the truth, though. You're not lying.
Okay, I came back to this and I'm amazed. The corruption in the Liberal government has me just flabbergasted. I don't understand it. How can they do that and get away with that? It's terrible. It's terrible. We need a change.
Yeah. Whether Carney was any good, they're going to tell you, no, you stay away.
Yeah.
But yet we don't hear that over here.
No, we don't.
No.
Mainstream media is owned by the elites. So you control the media, you control the people. Shut your television off and do your research, and you'll find all the answers.
And that's why you need to keep doing what you're doing, and you need to get it out to the young people.
You're the young folk. We need you. We need you guys.
Independent is the move. Is the real news.
Yeah.
Listen to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. The media is paid.
The pleb, he's exploded.
Yeah,
he's exploded. He deserves it, though. So do you. You guys are sending out the real message, right? People want to hear the real news. We don't want this convoluted, watered down, muddied liberal agenda pushed down our throats.
And you yourself, if you're the one that's getting all these views, you have to do the research so that from the bottom of your heart, you can say, I know this is true, and you need to listen to me. I don't care if you don't want to investigate. I have, and please, for the country, you need to go and vote. It's what people fought in wars for, your ability to vote, and to go, hey, too bad I'm going partying, or I'm too busy, or I'm going to sit and play my video game or whatever, and you don't care. I'll mark my words, 5 years from now or 4 years from now, when all this shit goes down, you're going to wish you voted. And there's no going back. No. If you don't do it now, it's done.
We're both in our 60s. This is the most important vote we've ever had.
And what are some changes that you want to see being addressed in this country?
People got to be able to afford to live. When you can't pay your rent, when you can't pay your mortgage, when you can't put food on your table, when you can't do something with your kids, you got to be able to do something and get your get at things so that your kids can have a life. What life will they have if it stays like this?
Yes. You know, I know you're getting emotional, but hey, they can hear you guys. They can definitely hear you. I love that you're a man. You know, who wants to see a change for the young guys, and I can hear it. And you know,
people gotta have a future.
Yeah.
You know, the way things are right now, they'll have no future. You gotta have a future.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was a young man, I had a future. I worked many places. I've done many jobs.
Yeah.
I even own my own business. I'm old. My future is closer to the wrong end than the beginning. So our kids need a future.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm here for the future of our kids.
I like that.
He can't even carry on a conversation, for God's sakes. You listen to the guy.
Hey, I was there yesterday. I was in
He's
person.
a freaking idiot, okay? When it comes to... So what makes young people think that that guy can actually stand up to Trump? Are you kidding me? Gonna eat them up and spit them out.
Yeah.
For sure. He's
Vote
going
for
to.
Carney is a vote for separation of Canada.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. If we do
Seriously.
it.
Close this door.
Yeah. Not voting is a vote for Carney. Not voting is a vote for Carney.
He's none of this wishy-washy stuff. He's got a plan.
Yeah.
He's not robbing somebody else of their plan. He's got his own plans. And he's had years now to come up with those plans. Canada didn't get ruined overnight. It's been ruined over 9+ years.
Yeah.
And it's going to take more than 4 years, unfortunately, to get us back on the right track.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I love your sign, you know, boomers for Pierre, because lately the media has been saying a lot of boomers are actually voting liberal.
Well, there's a lot of boomer women are still enthralled with Mr. Carney.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Well, they're scared of Trump. Well, I got news for you, people. When Trump is done and we have to deal with what goes on here in Canada again, what are we going to do? Our whole agenda can't be Trump.
Yeah.
Okay? We've got a country that is in serious problems. We need to fix our own country. Mark Carney's not focused on our country. Even today, he comes out and he says the global economies are going to suffer. I don't care about the global economies. I want the Canadian economy to grow.
Yeah.
Our Canadian economy hasn't grown in 9+ years. You know, 1.5 or 0.5% GDP over 9 years, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Even look here in Windsor. Here in Windsor, we used to have three assembly plants. Chrysler had 3 assembly plants here. We have 1. That our one plant that makes minivans used to run 2 and 3 shifts. Now they work 1.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people that don't have jobs anymore.
Yeah. Especially young Canadians.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those are the people that need good paying jobs. Not everybody can go down to Tim Hortons and work there and be able to support themselves.
Yeah.
That's all I can say is go and vote. I mean, if you do your investigation and you say that you want to vote for Carney and you know for sure, and not off of CBC, not off of the government-funded media, off of the pleb or off of go anywhere and investigate it. And at the end of the day, if you still want to vote for Carney, that's your privilege to do. That's what people fought for. But if you do your investigation and you get off your ass and vote, you're gonna vote for Poilievre, and he's gonna take it, and you're gonna look back 5 years or 10 years from now and go, man, am I ever glad I did what I needed to do? Okay, and like I said, I'm gonna be fine either way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be fine. It's you guys.
The younger generation is in trouble.
Like, people aren't having kids now because they can't afford it. They can't afford a house. They can't afford kids. So what's going to happen? The whole population of Canada is going to diminish because we can't have kids because we can't afford them. So what are we going to do? Well, we'll import more people. Those people don't have Canadian values.
Exactly.
What we want to keep our Canadian values going, and it's got to go generation after generation. And you're looking at 3 60-year-old guys who are saying, you guys are missing the boat here. You know, we'll be dead and gone. it won't matter to us, but it will certainly matter to you guys. So, anyways,
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Do your best.
I really appreciate it. I'm definitely gonna talk to Gen Z's. Trust.
Like you said,
A bucket of water gets filled one drop at a time. So be that drop.
Yes, sir.
like Klaus Schwab said with the World Economic Forum, you will own nothing and be happy. So stand up, investigate your information, and vote for Paulie Bear.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Gentlemen,
guys.
it's nice
Thank
meeting
you
you guys once
for your
again.
time.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Chuck, yeah.
Yes, sir. What's one message you have for all the boomers out there who are voting for the liberals?
Mark Carney needs to focus on this country and what's best. Green policies aren't going to do it. They've been trying their green policies now for over 9 years. Where's it gotten us? Really, where's it gotten us? Nowhere.